thinks they're just marvelous. Now, as we stroll down the gratitude lane, it's a known fact that expressing thanks can work wonders on our relationships. It's like giving your favorite teddy bear a big hug. It makes everyone feel valued and respected. This isn't just limited to personal life. Oh no, in the workplace, it's equally important. A little thank you goes a long way, trust me. It's like the secret ingredient in Grandma's the Mosquito Kingdom, a place where borders were more tangled than a family game of Twister. The 19th century saw these borders do the cha-cha, shifting with the latest international gossip between Britain, the United States, Nicaragua, and Honduras. You could say it was a diplomatic dance-off that would make even the best of them sweat. Now, let's take a little trip back to the 16th and 17th centuries, when Spain attempted to conquer the Mosquito Coast. Spoiler alert, it didn't go well. Their plans flopped faster than a pancake on a buttered griddle. Lucky for the indigenous groups, they got to keep living their lives in freedom, which, as you can imagine, was quite the attraction for English and Dutch privateers, because who wouldn't want to raid a beach with a tropical vibe? Enter the Mosquito Sambu, a mixed-race group that's like the ultimate family reunion of cultures. Their influence bloomed like a wildflower after they intermarried with the local Mosquito people and started to raid Spanish territories. Honestly, their family tree must look more like a jungle gym at this point. Lots of twists and branches. The Mosquito Kingdom was organized into 4 clusters, and let me tell you, they shared leadership like a group project in high school. With Sambus and Tawaira working together, it was a governance style that would make any family system proud. This cooperative structure became the bedrock of their political identity, proving that teamwork really does make the dream work. Fast forward to 1740, when the Treaty of Friendship came into play and established a British protectorate. It was like the ultimate buddy agreement. This military collaboration against the Spanish in the War of Jenkins' Ear was just what the British ordered. Talk about getting a front row seat to history. But hold on to your hats, folks. The British settled in and transformed the local economy faster than you can say timber. They set up plantations for crops and timber. Oh, and did I mention they relied heavily on enslaved labor? This economic shift turned the region into a bustling hub, and let me tell you, it wasn't all penguins and rainbows. Things got complicated fast. In the midst of chaos, the Mosquito Kings were like the ultimate chess players, strategically allying with Great Britain to keep their kingdom afloat. With regional instability after independence, this alliance helped them maintain their sovereignty and economic interests. Talk about a smart move on the family chessboard. This economic boom attracted settlers from all over. Think of them as the new neighbors you never asked for, but they brought cookies. The local economy flourished, and the cultural blending was like tossing all sorts of flavors into a potluck stew. You never know what you might get, but it sure is exciting. Jumping to 1844, the British Protectorate was established as a response to local anarchy, which was basically a fancy way of saying, things got a bit wild around here. But challenges were knocking at their door. Hello, Nicaraguan protests and American opposition. It was like a never-ending family debate during Thanksgiving dinner. And who could forget the Moravian Church? Arriving in 1848 with their missionary hats on, they were ready to evangelize the Mosquito Coast and work with local communities. Their mission got a boost from British citizens promoting land sales, turning the whole thing into a real estate bonanza, with holy overtones. However, the sovereignty disputes over the Mosquito Coast continued to bubble like a pot of spaghetti sauce left too long on the stove. Decades later, the International Court of Justice favored Nicaragua in 1960, ensuring that the tensions regarding Mosquito autonomy remained just as spicy as ever. In 2009, Mosquito separatism made headlines with the declaration of the Communitarian Nation of Mosquitia, led by Reverend Hector Williams. This movement was all about seeking independence and addressing local issues like drug addiction and poverty. Talk about tackling the tough topics at the family meeting. As we look back, the leadership of the Mosquito people evolved like a family tree that just keeps growing. From 1865 to 1908, hereditary chiefs guided their community, showing us that political structure can be just as important as knowing when to pass the potatoes at Thanksgiving. Today, The Mosquito Coast is a melting pot of ethnicities, showcasing its vibrant multicultural mix. It's like a family reunion where every cousin brings their unique dish to the table, each one a tasty reminder of their historical interactions and colonization. Gather round, dear families, because we're diving into a tale of bravery and unity. Limpira, a true hero in Honduran history, managed to unite various tribes against a big, bad Spanish rule. Think of him as the ultimate team captain during a colonial period soccer match, rallying everyone together for a common cause. His incredible legacy is still celebrated in modern Honduras, where they don't just remember him, they throw parades, because who doesn't love a good parade? Now, let's talk about the National Coat of Arms. It's like the family crest, but with a lot more pizzazz. Featuring arrows that scream valor and a pyramid that says, "Equality under the law, folks." This coat of arms is more than just a pretty picture. It's a splash of Honduran ideals and history that represents what this vibrant nation stands for. Who knew law and order could look so cool? Meanwhile, over in Copan, the ancient Mayan ruins are like the ultimate time capsule. They flourished from the 5th to the 8th century, and let me tell you, they had more sophistication than many modern movie stars. As archaeologists continue to dig up treasures, it's like they're uncovering secrets from a civilization that really knew how to throw a party, without Wi-Fi, mind you. They just had great architecture and, a flair for the dramatic. And speaking of flair, the designs on the currency are inspired by these stunning Copan ruins. It's like they said, let's take that ancient beauty and slap it on our money. This connection adds a touch of magic to the aesthetic appeal, giving us a permanent reminder of the culture that shaped Honduras. So, next time you spot a bill, remember, it's not just cash, it's a work of art. But wait, there's more. When it comes to making this currency extra special, they've included fluorescent fibers and hidden inks that would make any magician jealous. Talk about advanced security measures. However, the fun doesn't stop there. Some folks have raised an eyebrow about the lack of a watermark. Just imagine the conspiracies. When we sprinkle a little playful suggestion into the mix, it's like adding chocolate chips to cookie dough. Suddenly, it's a party. Interaction is key, and when you jump into the fun, it creates a warm, bubbly sense of community. So come on, let's join hands and do the cha-cha, or at least hit that like button together. Who's with me? Now, let's talk about subscriptions, shall we? They're like those extra toppings on your pizza that just make everything better. When you subscribe, you're not just supporting us, you're giving our channel a big ol' bear hug, boosting its visibility, and ensuring it thrives like your home garden during spring. Engaging content is the secret sauce that brings even more subscribers to the table, so keep munching on that deliciousness. And here's a little secret. Humor is our trusty sidekick in this adventure. It's like wearing clown shoes while making dinner. You just can't help but giggle. When we add a dash of fun, it makes everything so much more relatable and enjoyable. Plus, it keeps you coming back with a grin on your face, a win-win situation for everyone involved. So let's keep the laughter rolling and the good times flowing.